African Center for Climate Actions and Rural Development Initiative, ACCARD, is a non-governmental organization that is registered and based in Nigeria. Among our activities, ACCARD mandate is to raise environmental awareness and climate change knowledge, particularly among women and youths who are most vulnerable. We identified the existing large gap between the national and subnational, especially the grassroots level, in terms of their participation in policy processes, programs, and decision-making to accelerate environment and climate solutions. ACCARD started by creating platforms for them to raise their voices as well as build their knowledge. We have organized several capacity-building workshops, bespoke trainings and seminars across the Niger Delta, particularly in Delta, Bayelsa, Lagos and Edo states, to increase local people's participation in governance of the environment. So, we held workshops for women and conferences for young people. We have also held regional climate change conferences where we bring the commissioners for environment and the directors of climate change, academia, private sector, and local communities together from the Nigerian Niger Delta region, including national representatives from the federal government of Nigeria, to be part of the Regional Climate Conference, also known as pre-COP meeting, to decide and identify some of the peculiarity of their climate change challenges and find solutions for them. We have held these series of climate conferences and have identified, among others, flooding, sea level rise, pollution and/or greenhouse emissions from the operations of the oil and gas activities. Also, we are building resilience for local communities and had released several regional statements and regional positions. These had improved and built collaboration among the states in the region. In the process, we have developed a lot of community resilience for local communities. We launched the regional neutral-based solution, and we are advancing what we refer to the Niger Delta Greening Project. We have the greening projects in Bayelsa and Delta states advanced with several civil society organizations, including Tree for Tomorrow is led by ACCARD. A lot of state governments are working with us in ensuring that they plant trees to mitigate climate change impact of their livelihood and survival, protect their natural resources and use them sustainably. And we have done that in Adagbabari community in Bayelsa State and Ibabu community in Delta State and several schools in the Niger Delta region. We have also created early warning and early response for adaptation with local people. ACCARD have also introduced research documentations, working with local women, young people and state governments in the region because we realize that indigenous and/or traditional knowledge are key to finding sustainable development solutions. They are key to finding solutions to those environmental changes, biodiversity and ecosystem change challenges we are facing. For example, local people knowledge cannot be overlooked in sea level rises. For this reason, we got them involved in identifying solutions as well as developing early warning and early response for adaptations, knowledge and systems at the local level. Currently, ACCARD is supporting Bayelsa State to establish a community-led jurisdictional RED program to help the region and the state manage her diverse and rich mangrove resources. The project will help to discourage people in the region, especially in the state, from anthropogenic practices that can potentially aggravate environmental and food systems challenges by providing them with alternative livelihood and entrepreneurial skills. Also, and importantly, ACCARD is leading a new convention, referred to as the United Nations Convention for Conserving River Deltas with the Bayelsa state government and diverse stakeholders. From Pakistan, Bangladesh including University of Colorado in Boulder, University of Vermont. Louisiana State University, the Living Data Hub in the University of Newcastle, Bennington College. ACCARD Development Foundation, Terra Global Capital, and several other organizations and groups to develop a new convention that is a bottom-top approach. Noting in 2012, there was a massive flooding that happened in Nigeria. After 10 years, in 2022, a worse flood occurred that submerged states in the Niger Delta and the north. In Bayelsa State, including the capital, Yenagoa, was almost submerged. At COP27 in Egypt, we showcased some of these challenges, worked with stakeholders in Pakistan and Bangladesh because similar occurrence of climate change-induced flooding occurred. We coordinated these stakeholders to identify communities that have deltas, either ocean-facing or river-facing deltas, and their transboundary challenges to conserve them. We looked at the population of people who are living in these ocean-facing or river-facing deltas, estimated to be about 500 million people that have their livelihood and survival depend on delta resources. Noting that flooding led to livelihood losses and to conflict, including forced migration, hunger, and poverty. For this purpose, at the 2023 United Nations Water Conference in New York, we approached the United Nations to recognize the United Nations Convention for the Conservation of River Deltas. And we got some traction and attention, and at COP28 in Dubai, it was unveiled, with a large attendance and representation from Nigeria, including the Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Duye Diri, and a large delegate from Pakistan government and Pakistan Senate. In addition to partners University of Vermont, the Consortium for Capacity Building at University of Colorado in Boulder, Bennington College, and several community groups, including from Nigeria. Pakistan. ACCARD is looking forward to engaging with the United Nations, requesting it to operationalize the United Nations Convention for the Conservation of River Delta at a summit which in Thailand, to save the huge population living in these deltas. ACCARD focuses on the grassroots to mitigate climate change, because we know the impact is more at the community level. They also hold solutions to this impact ravaging the world, through their traditional or indigenous knowledge not often recognized. This is what ACCARD has identified, and is working closely to creating solutions with community stakeholders across the globe. Therefore, ACCARD is looking at building more climate resilience, raising environmental awareness, and climate change-related knowledge through activities, support agricultural and food systems solutions, promote their inclusion in policies and decision-making processes, as well as build capacity for local people to find solutions. So, ACCARD will continue to accelerate sustainable development solutions.
For more information, visit our website, www.accard.org. WhatsApp/mobile number, +234 805 530 3634. On X, https://x.com/accard20. On LinkedIn, https://www.linkedin.com/and/African Center for Climate Actions and Rural Development A3128225/.